I had to swap mics. I'm glad I caught that. You know, it's interesting because every time, and I mean every time, I've touched on this lightly in past readings where this weird feminine, weird mother energy comes through, it's like this person's trying to gag order me. There's always some strange interference in the reading. It's really funny. Really funny. It's not gonna work though. So that makes sense that this person has been interfering in this connection on the sidelines. I don't think this is information that you have access to, Aqua, because I really think you've been in your own bubble, like over here. And you're gonna see a lot of success from that. So let's talk about that first. Look at that. All right, we've got the Six of Wands, the Four of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse. Hold on. That's the Five of Cups in reverse under the Queen of Wands in reverse. And then we've got the Magician. Oh man, Aqua. What you have manifested for yourself. I'm hearing that song, A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes. Whatever order you put into the universe, it might have been taking a long ass time to come, Aqua, but that shit is coming 10 fucking fold, okay? Let me just tell you, okay? Six of Wands, Four of Cups in reverse. This is going to change how you feel in your day-to-day. So in this Queen of Wands, you're gonna be feeling frustrated, either with this situation or just, I think this is more general sense. I think this person and the situation is a part of a much larger state of frustration that you've probably been in, with just feeling like things are not going the way that you want them to. And it could have felt like no matter what you did, things just still weren't going the way you wanted to. And in general, that was because whatever wasn't going the way you wanted it to, because it wasn't time yet, certain things just weren't meant to go well for you because you were supposed to pull yourself away from them. But this situation specifically, I think, was the same. You would have pulled yourself away from this. With that Five of Swords, for sure, there's no way that you stuck around for that. Because that's usually just how that works. Like somebody deploys some toxic behavior and you're like, yeah, there's always a person walking away on that card. Even in this deck, there's the cat that's facing forward in the card, but like everybody else has their back turned to them, you know? Because that behavior is selfish, and it's not no relationship, no healthy relationship can be sustained from that. So for you guys though, personally, separate of this shit that's happening, this is a shit storm. Four of Cups in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse. So yeah, whatever you feel like disappointed you, or whatever you've let go of and grieved in the past, whatever feelings of loss that you feel like you suffered at one point, Aqua, the way that life is getting ready to look like for you. You're going to be looking at all those losses that you perceived that you had when you are sitting so pretty with this Six of Wands, riding through on your steed. Some of you guys might even like get to a point where you purchase a really nice car. And if it isn't like a super nice car, then this is just a car. Maybe this is your first car, you know, and that's a big deal for you. And something that will bring you a great sense of pride. But it's just like you guys are riding on through, and whatever success you're getting ready to touch is going to be public. Like people are going to be looking at you and being able to tell that you're doing very well for yourself. So the frustration that you've experienced thus far is well worth it. It's not gonna feel like it right now, but I'm telling you, whatever's on its way to you is going to make all of this feel like it's worth your while. Now I like that we have the Six of Wands sitting on top of this King of Swords. I think this person's definitely looking for some sort of a victory with you. And I think that this is going to be different for everybody. But because you guys are going to be victorious by yourselves, regardless, you know, separate of this person. But if you do choose to re-engage with this person, because I'm getting that you disengaged at some point, you're going to have not a super public relationship, but like you're obviously going to be publicly together in some way, shape, or form. And that's going to be a part of the series of victories that are taking place in your life that other people can observe. So you're going to be in a relationship with this person that is going to be like, I'm hearing talk of the town, but definitely stirring up some feelings of envy within other people. Because they're just gonna be thinking, listen, Aqua and so-and-so just look so good together. Like, they just look so, what's the word that I'm looking for here? Because I'm getting like glowing skin. You know? Like ripe fruit. You know what I mean? Like, these are people that look like they bathe in only like they bathe in spring water. You know, they've got like the fancy water filter on their shower. They've got 555 on my timer. They've got eucalyptus in the shower. I'm hearing trips, vacations. No, y'all are getting flued out. Like, it's really that serious. And just look forward. You have a lot to look forward to. I don't know why this is making me want to cry. Then you guys are going to be crying tears of joy, because I think that like whenever this takes place, because again, whenever you're seeing this is whenever you're seeing this, but I will say that a year from when you see this, life is going to look so different for you that you're going to be meeting somebody looking at like Snapchat memories, you know, or at least your phone memories, where it's like a year ago today, this is where you were, you know, 2 years ago today. And it's in your camera roll, and it's like pictures of you crying 3 years ago. But it's gonna cause you to start crying again, but like happy tears, my friends. So this is really beautiful for you guys. This is the most beautiful reading so far for the zodiacs. I still have to do Pisces and Cancer. But so far, Aqua, this is some beautiful shit right here. Because that Magician card is just like, whatever you want, you're getting it, Aqua. It's not even a question. I think that you're actually in Empress energy, and it's most sovereign, you know, not in the way that this other person is. But we still have to get into that. I don't even want to. I don't think this person that's bringing this information to you, I don't think they even want to get into this, Brooks. I don't even think they want to address this with themselves to even accept that this is what's happening. Because I can just really imagine, like, if this is somebody's mother putting themselves in competition with you, this person is so uncomfortable with having to realize, like, are you really, like, I just think this person is realizing that there's something strange going on here. And I don't think that they were expecting this to happen. I damn sure think that even once they started realizing it, it was like, no, ain't no way. So this can be different for everybody. For everybody, it's not going to be someone's mother. It's just going to be, again, another feminine energy in their life. A wife, possibly. I don't know. If this is family, though, somebody could have maybe like inheritance tied into this. There's not really much to say about this separate situation, because I guess you're gonna find out whatever you find out about it. And honestly, I just think that with where you're at and where you're getting ready to be, anything that's coming in trying to like knock you off that high horse is gonna be so irrelevant to you. It's gonna be happening like down there on the ground, and you're like up here on your horse. You know, it's like I can't even hear it, because you're looking forward and you're looking at what you can see up here, and that's it. Okay. But it feels like there was some sort of an opportunity, like there was a lot of love here, nothing was done with that. Page of Cups in reverse feels like some level of, oh yeah, wow, this couldn't scream parent-child anymore if it fucking tried to. What the hell? Queen of Cups in reverse with the Page of Cups in reverse? What? What? Okay, so we're definitely, why is getting chills? That's a crazy confirmation. Okay. This feels like someone's traits that they picked up on from a mother figure, but also like how they were raised by this mother figure. So whatever sort of a role model this person has played in the Page of Cups life has not been a healthy one. at all. This can be like patterns of, you know, emotional manipulation, you know, mind games. Just this person not having good handle on their emotions, not knowing how, like, what to do with them. They probably don't have very good, like, regulatory skills. But there's also something about something this mother figure does or says that puts this person, and I hate the way this is coming out, but it's like it puts this person right where they want them to. It leaves them vulnerable, but it leaves them like open for the kill is the way that it's coming through. You know, leaves this person open for this mother to take advantage of the vulnerable position that they've put their child in with this Page of Cups. You know what this feels like? This is a trauma bond. And this feels like specifically that relationship between positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. So for those of you, if you're cross-watching this and you know this is you and your situation, look into that. Either way, Aqua, if you're interested, I would definitely look into the actual definition of trauma bonding, because people just throw that around flippantly. Trauma bonding, though, huge. I cannot stress enough how huge, okay, that is in narcissistic relationships between, in general, but especially parent to child. And that feels like what we're dealing with right now, which not the first time this has come through. Oh, wow. Based on what's been coming through for the Zodiacs, this month's collective message is a doozy. By the way, it's in everybody's best interest, regardless of what your zodiac is, to go watch Scorpio's reading, just because we're currently in Scorpio season. So that could be something that is, those could be things that are playing out for people during Scorpio season, even if you're not a Scorpio. But also, Aqua, you might have Scorpio placements. I did say that this was probably going to be for Aquas with water placements. All right. Yeah, Star in reverse. This is something this person hasn't healed, and it's because they're not, I don't think they're away from this person. And so they need to get away from this person and the influence that they have over them. And if they can't get away, then they need to create some sort of a system within themselves where they understand that this person's perspective doesn't matter because it's skewed. And that this person, this mother figure, does not have good intentions for this person at all, and they never have. They've always been like a tool or a pawn for this person, like a puppet. There's like, it's getting like, I'm getting some enmeshment going on here with this Page of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Like, this person needs to get away from this mother so they can really start to understand who they are and what they value without having this mother figure's interjections. There's like a whole portion of their identity that they have not gotten to know for themselves. Hold on. Whole portion of this person's identity and they have not gotten to know for themselves because it's being like cut off at the arm. They're severed from it, and not because they actually are, but because there's like it's like the way I'm seeing it, it's like it's like a person, and then there are like cords, right? And they're different tethers, but it's cords that are attached to like different key aspects of this person and like interests and stuff like that. And there are certain ones that are lit and you can see, but then there's like darkness, and in that darkness is cords that have to do with their actual value system, and again, their beliefs, what they actually think and feel and what they want. But they can't see that because with that moon card that we saw, it's like the lights are off in certain areas. So there's just still a lot of like subconscious work that this person needs to do. There's a lot to be uncovered, and a lot of it will tie back into their relationship with their mother. So this is interesting because we're getting a masculine with mommy issues. And I'm only laughing because I was gonna say we were getting, you guys, Aqua is coming out as being like feminine energy with daddy issues. So this is opposites attract. You know, you guys are really a pair, huh? Wow, what a world we live in. I, 'cause, 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 ' think for both of you guys, interesting, because I don't have it as you guys mirroring. You know why I don't feel like I'm getting so much as you guys are mirroring, even though I'm getting that whatever happens now is to trigger both of you ultimately. But again, that's that salt on the wound again. I'm not getting mirroring because you guys aren't in the same place as far as this goes. I think you've been doing this longer, Aqua. So when you're getting triggered, you have your coping mechanisms in place. You know what I mean? Like, you have your internal space to turn to. You have something that you do. And you also have an awareness of when you're in a triggered state. So you're not jumping to do or say or make any, you know, rash decisions, because you have an awareness of like, okay, I can feel what this is stirring up inside of me. And this other person is not there. I'm not gonna say might. This other person's not there. But that's because they've really been stunted by this Queen of Cups in reverse. There's a lack of growth, because this person is the King of Swords, but then they're the Page of Cups in reverse, you know, and that's like emotional immaturity. So it's because their parent is emotionally immature. If you're cross-watching this and this is resonating, I highly recommend that you go read The Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. Not a fun read, but a very informative read. Definitely something to read in parts though. Listen, that shit had me angry for a good like 3 weeks when I first read it. But it was so cathartic because they give examples in that book and you're like, how do you know? Were you like hiding in the walls? Like, bitch, are you a fly? Like, what is it? Did you set up cameras in my house? Crazy. But yeah, definitely look into that. Wow. Okay. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, really quickly, last thing I'm gonna say about this person and their mother. Okay, 2 things. I feel like when they talk to you and they reveal something with this 10 of Cups in reverse, this is not about an outcome between you two. This is about the state of their family currently. And to me, 10 of Cups recently in reverse has been seeming like everything is not what it seems. So one thing about narcissists is that they care a lot about how they're perceived by the public, and so they like to paint a pretty picture and have things look as nice as possible, like aesthetically, so that other people can look at that family and be like, oh wow, what a nice family, what a nice home they live in, what a nice this, and they drive a nice car and they look like right? But behind the doors, that's not what's happening at all. You know, there's a hell of a lot more to it than that. I just keep hearing the word truth teller. I think this person that you're dealing with is meant to be a truth teller. I think you already are, Aqua. But I think this person, that's what I'm saying, you're further along in like the acceptance of that. And so your life, you're getting to the point where your life is reflecting that. And this person is getting to the point where their life is reflecting whatever it is that they've been running from and like hiding from addressing thus far. And I guess that's why this is coming out for you. I guess for you to sort of, depending on the relationship that you guys have currently, I don't know, because I'm not getting anything that's showing that there's like bad blood between you and this person at all. Even though we had that 5 of Swords in reverse, this feels like we're beyond whatever was happening back there. And 5 of Cups in reverse, this is like, whatever happened, you're over it. I think you've already forgiven what's happened. So again, if this is about someone you know you don't plan to talk to, then I'm not talking to you. just straight up, I'm not talking to you. But if there's somebody you guys are in contact with, or maybe you haven't been in contact with, but you're open to being in contact with and open to hearing what they have to say, and I guess open to accompanying them on their next leg of this journey, that's on its way to you. Yeah, there's a lot that needs to be healed, but they have to look at it first, and it's gonna be uncomfy. I think it already is. The way that it's like coming through, it's already uncomfortable. Yeah. So the 10 of Cups in reverse feels like somebody's going to give you behind the scenes scoop of how things actually are in this family, and not like the pretty picture that's being painted for the public, and maybe the picture that they paint to other people, because they're coming at it from like still that like traumatized child standpoint where that's what they've been taught to do. And so there's a level of shame that they probably have associated with how their family actually is and who this mother figure actually is. And so there's like a way that they talk about it with other people where they don't reveal anything, you know? Because they probably also don't want to hear from people where they're like, well, that's your mother, and oh, everybody's mother's like that, and blah, blah, blah. You know, they don't want to be like gaslit further. You know, they don't want to be invalidated, and I think they know that you're not going to do that, Aqua. So I think that's why they're comfortable divulging this to you, but also because it's relevant to what has occurred between you and them. Okay. Definitely ending that there. Let's read for the consequence of fear. Under that was this and that are true. Open-mindedness, perspective, nuance, and complexity. What's under that? Interesting. And then I'm gonna do surrender to the change. Interesting that full moon eclipse in reverse was trying to jump out. So I guess we'll read for that one too. What number is that? Because full moons to me are also about revelations. It's stuff that comes up so you can release it. Shit gets very uncomfortable during full moons. But again, it is ultimately, it's the time where the moon is the most visible, right? Like you can see the entire moon, it's full. So that's why it's about, there's just a lot, like a heavy energy about perspective here. Removing internal obstacles, confronting self-identity and intensity. Yeah, this is what I said about this person figuring out their identity. First, they're figuring out who they're not, it seems right now. That's the first part of the process, is figuring out like, okay, this is not me. Okay, this is not how I feel. Okay, this is not what I think. This is not what I believe. This is not what I want. Yeah, this just feels like somebody's entire like outer landscape, like their house of cards is just crumbling around them. And the house of cards is this family situation. It's just like crumbling on top of this person's head right now. And I think that they were trying not to address this to stop that crumbling from happening further, but I think it's getting more and more uncomfortable, and they're realizing like, I gotta do something about this. Okay. Again, because this mother figure has a lot of influence over what this person invests in, especially for the long term, since we had 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. So I'm just getting somebody kind of like pointing their finger and being like, okay, no, don't do that, don't do that. I'll go here, do this, you know? But there's something about this person feeling dissatisfied in what it is that they're choosing to invest in and go towards. It just doesn't feel like it's them, and I think they're not understanding why that feeling is so strong. But that's because their intuition is speaking to them. And being like, baby, this is not your life. It's your life, but it's not, you know? That's like the crazy part about healing from narcissism. Okay, we flipped to full moon eclipse first. I don't think that was a coincidence, so we're gonna start there. All right. The full moon in eclipse reminds you it's time to fully and absolutely let go of what was to make room for something new. Consider whether the path you're on is really in alignment with your truth. Look at your life with detachment, observing how you identify with what you think you desire. Do you want a certain experience to redeem you, make you more worthy, or show the world how great you are? Have you had the same dream for so long you haven't considered another? That makes sense. Reflect on your direction and the identity you've constructed around your small self. When you take a detour on the path to something you thought you wanted, could you see this as a gift? What else is possibly rising up from the void? Who are you really? You are not what you want or what you have. You are so much more. Stop and assess and be willing to walk away from what no longer serves you. Then you can choose to continue or change direction with a clear mind. No matter what you discover, it's all perfect. So I think a huge part of, because it's not really much I have to explain here because I already said it, but a huge part of, what was I gonna say? You're not what you want or what you have, right? So again, that's a lot to read up. This person needs to read up on narcissistic relationships because it affects your sense of worthiness, and that's where that trauma bond comes from, where they directly impact your worthiness by tossing you on the ground, stomping on you, spitting on you, obviously figuratively, but trigger warning if that is literal for someone. Just putting you down, making you feel worthless and low, and then doing something to make you feel like, well, if you do this, this is how you redeem yourself in their eyes, you know? So you're just constantly on that hamster wheel trying to work toward feeling like this person sees you as being enough, sees you much better than how they've already let you know that they see you. You know, you're constantly working toward this person valuing you, you know, and being proud of you in some cases. Again, seeing you as being just worthy in general. So you could definitely be triggering this person's worthiness trauma. That Queen of Pentacles in reverse that we saw could definitely be a feminine energy that is super materialistic. Everything is about money, everything is about the self-image. But interesting thing about the Queen of Pentacles is that they are supposed to take care of themselves very well as well. They take care of everything and maintain everything very well. Good with money, good with, you know, keeping up the home and making sure everything looks good. Might even be somebody with, you know, a green thumb. But in this case, when it's showing up like that in reverse, this is somebody who is the antithesis of that. They are the opposite. So they are not good with money. They are spend happy. They aren't good with investing money. They, again, are materialistic. So everything they do is associated with money. They could be opportunistic. They could only see people as what they can do for them. And this child of theirs could be a huge part of that. Interesting how this is coming out so heavily for you guys, Aqua, even though I don't feel like this is your energy. I'm getting a crazy headache right now. Like, I'm getting a crazy headache. I'm gonna show you where it, like, right up in here. And that might just be me needing to loosen my ponytails. But it's like right in here. Somebody's crown chakra is active. This could be showing up a lot in somebody's like dream space. Maybe they're having a lot of nightmares. I'm not entirely sure. They could be dreaming about you a lot. I'm not entirely sure. Let's keep going. I just scrolled past the true source of power. Interesting. Okay. Consequence of fear. Contraction, decisions made from stress, patrolling for potential threats, aligning with the frequency of fear, self-fulfilling prophecy, and radical allowing. Fear is a natural emotional reaction meant to keep us safe from danger. It becomes unhealthy when it's inappropriately prolonged. When our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are fear-based and we keep rehearsing those fears, then our expectations, choices, and behaviors align with this energy. We begin to notice more and more reasons to be anxious and stressed, and we unwittingly send out a frequency that keeps us forever on patrol against outside threats, which I think that this mother figure has directly impacted this person being there, whether they realize it or not. The fact that they catastrophize, again, like I was saying, like this and to this degree, has something to do with their childhood. Lately, you might be more defensive, engaging in people-pleasing, or isolating yourself to avoid hurt. No matter what you're doing as a stress response, it's, oh, and the King of Swords is in hermit mode, right? Okay, so in this case, King of Swords hermit card is somebody hiding out. Interesting. I didn't even get that initially. So this person, they fooled even me energetically, you guys. No matter what you're doing as a stress response, it's time to step back and let it be. You can't change the outside world, but you can make an internal shift. First, ask yourself, is this decision based in fear and a need for control? Am I afraid of rejection or reprisal? Where do I need to say no? Then consider the act of radical allowing, letting everything, both people and circumstances, be exactly as they are without question. In doing so, you also make room for your authentic self. Soon the fear will show itself for what it is, a temporary illusion. The power is in your attention. So that, yeah, that temporary illusion is that moon card where things are just very, very, what is that, you know? Very, I always say the moon card is like when the lights are off and you have like a coat or a jacket or something on your chair and it looks like a figure and you're like, what the fuck is that? You know, it's like, what do? Do you hide out under the covers because you're like, oh my God, that's the demon and it's gonna come get me? Or do you just flip the light on so you can relieve yourself of that anxiety and go, oh, that's my hoodie? This person is having to make that choice right now. Except when they turn the lights on, it's not gonna be so much like, oh, that's my hoodie. It's gonna be like, oh shit. But that's sort of just the beginning. You know, that's the beginning that you have to work through. Once you start doing this, you realize how much more comfortable this is to live in reality and not live the pretty lie that you've been living in thus far, that the narcissist has created, where you're in their bubble because they live in delusion. So now you're locked in Delulu land with them, living a fake life that is built off of, again, bullshit, lies, manipulation, control tactics, trauma bonding, just nonsense. It's a lot safer for you to address this within yourself so that you can get out of there and start the process of healing, which is intense, but very well worth it. Let's do surrender to the change. All right, key concepts: the sense of impending change, the art of allowing, relinquishing control, resilience, adjustments, innovation, adaptability. Change is the only constant in life. We're meant to evolve, to grow, to move forward, to revel in the poetry of existence before we complete our journey and cross over. You are meant to evolve as a spiritual being having a human experience, and so your soul needs you to experience change. Yet human beings love familiarity and certainty and have a way of hanging on to the idea of forever, even if it's unrealistic. Things are not meant to remain the same. We are all stories in motion, destined to make and unmake ourselves as we travel and evolve. Some changes are welcome as they bring in fresh air, new ideas, innovation, and new energy. In fact, you can sense it, the exhilarating call to something new. In this moment of life, you can feel a potent energy brimming with possibilities. You wanted this change, maybe for a long time, but the elements took a while to come together in your favor. Ride this magic carpet as far as it will take you. This is a time of supreme success. That card feels like it's for you, Aqua. That's where you're at right now. With that wheel that's turning for you guys, with the Wheel of Fortune and all the good that's coming in for you guys. You're needing to just ride the wave, my darling, of where life is getting ready to take you. Because it's taking you exactly where you want to go. It's just that, like, while you're on that magic carpet, you're not steering it, you know? So you're like, how do you even know where to go? Where is the GPS? Like, I don't even see the address. Where are we going? You know, and Spirit's like, listen, don't worry about that. We're going where you want to go, okay? We're going to places you don't even know that you want to go just yet. It's like, you know you want to go to this place in a more broad sense, but the specifics, like they said in that card, of what it's going to look like, you don't know what that looks like just yet. And you're not meant to, because you're not meant to know everything. That's the fun part. This is like the fun surprise. Okay? This is a divine gift, okay? I was trying to go to this and that are true and flip to another chance to be. We've seen that card so much. Scorpio's reading really might resonate for you guys because that definitely came out in their reading. I'm just going to read the key concepts to you guys for that card. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Regeneration, reclamation, reconstruction, second chances, rebirth, rebuilding, emotional healing, peace, and opportunities after releasing. Yeah, so you definitely released the situation for this person, but it's coming back around. Okay, this and that are true. Open-mindedness, perspective, making space for multiple points of view, nuance and complexity, meeting in the middle, the effects of tunnel vision. Oh, it was upright, right? Yeah. Within you, wait. Okay. Within you are all manner of contradictions. That's a weird sentence. That's why my brain glitched for a second. Okay. You are not just one thing. You are both and. Lit up, hidden in shadow, happy. Okay, I'm gonna read it with the slashes because that'll make more sense for that. You're not just one thing. You are both / and. Lit up / hidden in shadow, happy / grieving, free / confined, elated / dejected, effervescent / dull, and so on. That's so real. The world is similarly full of complexity with so many opposing perspectives that it appears no one agrees on an objective reality at all. It's essential to remain open-minded and receptive to learning before dismissing others as foolish or worse, dangerous. If you allow yourself to listen deeply without judgment, you will understand that many opposing ideas and opinions can coexist simultaneously and be correct and true from the standpoint of the experiencer. I want to point out that the way I'm looking at my cards right now, the card that we're reading is on top of the King of Swords with the 10 of Cups in reverse and the 8 of Swords and the Hermit. So this feels like this is more for this person and this one is for you, Aqua. How hilarious that 3 of the 4 oracles we pulled for your month was about this person and their situation. Yeah, so I think that it makes so much sense though. King of Swords, very, very rigid. Somebody could be like a Aqua Mercury, just because Mercury rules over your thoughts, the way you think, the way you communicate. Yeah, so somebody could be Mercury and Aquarius for sure. What was I gonna say? Was there anything else I was gonna say about that? Oh, their mother is very rigid. Like the way that she views the world is very outdated and also very unforgiving, you know, very cold, very callous, this energy. And so it's created, it's actually emphasized and made this person's both / and traits, like their dualities, they feel a lot greater where they operate on extremes. So this is like super emotional and then very cold and detached. You know, so like very full on and then like completely pulling back. So that's interesting. This situation is not a time for choosing sides, but for respectful cooperation. Can you reach across the chasm? I think that's how you say that. And find a mutually beneficial solution? Even conflicting creative concepts can be made into something innovative and special. Be a builder of bridges rather than barriers. Open-minded collaboration, exploration, and experimentation are called for here. Yeah. Interesting that this is Aqua's reading and we're talking about rigidity and, you know, Aqua being fixed air and everything, because I feel like, first of all, Aqua is a very open-minded sign. So I actually think that this has a lot to do with, again, this person having to figure out their identity. I think they're realizing just how open-minded they actually are. They only thought they weren't, and whatever bits of being like closed off and like skeptical and maybe cynical isn't even them. That's just something that's been like rubbed off on them, like that mother figure just stood too close and like their dirt and residue, and I say dirt because I mean like spiritual dirt, and their residue has just rubbed off on this person, and it's been rubbing off, you know, to the point that it's coating this person and they haven't even realized it. But now they're looking in the mirror and they're like, it's like it's been coated over them for so long that they forgot what they looked like without that over top of them. And so now it's like these layers are being peeled back and they're starting to look at themselves, and it's feeling foreign to them, but this is who they actually are and what they actually want and what they actually think and what they actually believe. There's a lot more duality to this person and in life that I think that they're starting to discover. But again, I'm hearing restraint. So it's like they're being restrained by this mother figure from really being able to like dive into the depths of the complexities of themselves and of life. I think this mother figure doesn't want to see herself as complex as she is, because she wants to put a nice pretty bow on it and say, well, these are the things I am, but they're a lot more positive. You know, they don't lead, they leave out, and they hold no space for that other side to her, which seems like she operates more in that than she does whatever qualities that she's like putting on the front of being, you know? So this is like a person who will do something for you, trying to make you think it's out of the kindness of their heart, but like there is no kindness in this person's heart. I don't know this person's mother, so I'm not trying to, you know, say anything crazy about anybody's mother, but that's just what it's giving. It's like they don't do things out of the kindness of their heart because they're completely severed from their heart space. That heart chakra is closed, my friend. They don't even know what that feels like to be genuinely open-hearted, because open-hearted is what creates that open-mindedness. And I think this person is coming to realize that they're a lot more open-hearted and open-minded than they've initially thought. They just closed off their heart to be able to survive in this environment. I mean, based on what we're getting, can you blame them? Aqua, I'm sure you resonate with what this person is going through, because I'm just getting like, you could commiserate here. Like I said, this is like what you already cleared this coding off yourself. That's why you showed up as a star upright when we talked about your energy. And then for this person, we got the star in reverse, because you've already gone through a lot of like the tough part of this journey, which is the getting comfortable with meeting yourself, you know, the realizing that you are not who you thought you were, who these people have made you believe that you were, that you're a lot more than that. You're not to be boxed in like that. And this person has been living inside of the box, not comfortably, but also comfortably. You know, it's become their norm, and so they are comfortable because, again, we just talked about like that sense of familiarity, but their soul hasn't been comfortable. So it's funny because that surrender to change also does feel like it was for them too. Let me go back to the card because there was something they said specifically. Oh, it was that you asked for this. This person, Aqua, you got to a point where you quite literally asked for this. You manifested it, right? That's why you're getting what you're getting. Nose is itching, so we're taking it as confirmation. Whereas this person, their soul has asked. I'm hearing soul retrieval. So this is interesting. This person is actually connecting more with who they are on a soul level, like their actual higher self. Starting to see things from the higher perspective with this, you know, this and that are true, but it's like rubbing up against what they've been taught thus far, and not just even what they've been taught, but it's just like what they've been taught from a very like what they've observed conversationally happening around them, like the words that have been exchanged and the viewpoints that have been exchanged and discussed their whole life, you know, and even stuff they hear now on their day-to-day or when they're talking to this mother figure. It's just like the projections that come from this Queen of Cups in reverse. I think this person is realizing that whatever this person, and this is coming up for a reason in your reading, Aqua, this has to do with the way this person influenced your relationship with this person. I can guarantee you, whatever this person was having to say about you that was negative, Aqua, was a projection, and it was actually who they are. And this person is realizing that. And that's why we were getting that whole like example with the decoy, where I said you were detached from this because your energy is just speaking for itself. I'm hearing you're the truth. Aqua, you are the truth. This is giving Queen of Swords. So what this person is, King of Swords, you are the Queen of Swords, right? It's like you're the truth. You're the Ace of Swords. You walk in a lot of truth with that Star card upright that came out for you guys. And this person, this Queen of Cups in reverse, does not. They don't. They deal in deception and stuff that lingers, right? And stuff that they don't want you to pick up on. But this person, I feel like, is very intuitive. This Page of Cups. And this Page of Cups in reverse, I need to wrap this up. Last point. This Page of Cups in reverse feels like this person being severed from their intuition and their heart space from a young age because it would keep them stuck, you know, and it's worked. But it's not working anymore. It was only ever going to work for the time being because that was never where they were meant to be, where their soul was meant to be. Their soul did not, it chose this journey, but it was like, we were always going to get here. You know, they were always meant to free themselves from this in the way that you were always meant to free yourself. So, yeah, now this person is having to learn how to tap back into their intuition and hear all the things that they were probably being told about the people around them in their childhood, but they ignored it. You know, they brushed it off because they were like, oh, no, they felt guilty for thinking the way that they were thinking and really being able to see like this person's true intentions and having ill feelings towards them. But that was the reality, you know, that was their intuition getting them hip to what was going on. So yeah, slippery character that this person is dealing with as their mother figure. So that's why this is really something gnarly for them to have to untangle themselves from. And it's not your problem, Aqua. This is not coming out because this is your problem. I think even in your talking about this with this person, it's like you're assisting them, but without having to do anything. You being the example is how you assist them. There isn't anything for you to do or engage in this or intervene in any way. This is just for you to continue to be the light, be the truth, be an example, positive role model, and keep doing what you've been doing. I'm not even really getting that there's advice for you to do anything very differently from what you've been doing. You know, again, just about managing your triggers. The crows are going crazy outside right now. I don't know what they out there saying, child. But crows are messenger spirits. So they also, I believe, represent transformation. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to put it in the description box because it feels relevant. That's all I have for you guys, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this resonated for you guys. Cross-watcher, I hope this, if you're watching this, this resonated for you as well. Whoever this other person that Aqua is dealing with, my heart is going out to both of you because, again, it sounds like you've come up out of this, Aqua. You've risen from the ashes, right? Like you're in that like phoenix stage where now you're gonna see the beautiful results of everything that you've done. But I also think that's why you're coming back around this person, sort of as motivation for them to keep going, because you're the example of like, here's what happens when you do the uncomfortable hard shit. Yeah, so that's all, my friends. Happy November. Happy Thanksgiving. Are we allowed to say that? I'm trying to think if there's any last announcements. Make sure that you like the video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Turn my post notifications on so that you know when I got something for y'all to come sit here and figuratively chat with me. If you guys have any specific pick a card topics that you would like to see, make sure you comment them down below. On this video, any video, it doesn't really matter. Again, my personal readings are open. So if there's anything more specifically that you want to find out about, come book with your girl. More information can be found out on that in the community tab of this channel. And any further questions that you have, just email me at eternalserenitytarot@gmail.com. And that's it, my friends. Bye! We didn't even... Oh my god, this is another video. We gotta run that back and say it again, okay? I think this person, like, they really knocked my throat out. I still got a few more readings I gotta do today. 11/11 reading coming today. I don't know which one you guys are going to see first. The 11/11 reading might come out before this one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But